Hey guys, Ailoupup here. Today I plan on doing the stay-at-home book tag. I wasn't tagged to do this, but I have seen it on several channels, and I will leave links to those videos that I saw in the description. Question 1. Laying in bed. What is a book that you could read in a day? I don't very often read books in a day anymore. The most that I might be able to do is 2 or 3 days. And the most recent time that I've done this in 3 days, I believe it was, or maybe it was 2. I don't remember. 2 or 3 days was actually Arrows of the Queen by Mercedes Lackey. On the day that I finished it, I did read over 200 pages of it when it only has about 320 pages to begin with, which is the closest I've come to finishing a book in a day in a while. Question 2. Snacking. What is a book that is a guilty pleasure? I don't have any specific book that comes to mind for this one, just because I'm not really ashamed of the types of books that I read. However, I do have a genre, or rather more of an age group that I enjoy reading, and that is middle grade. Sometimes it's just nice to sit back with an easy read that I can finish in a couple of days, especially after I've been reading a lot of more complex books. Question 3. Netflix. What is a series that you want to start? I assume that this one means for books, since I don't watch a lot of TV, though I imagine that it could be taken as either. There are plenty of series I imagine that I would like to read or start, but the one that comes to mind immediately these days is Arc of a Scythe by Neil Shusterman. This was one that was on my list of books to read this year, but I have no idea if I'm even going to get to it this year. Question 4. Deep Clean. What is a book that has been on your TBR for a while? Again, there are plenty of books that I could name here. Little House in the Big Woods by Laura Ingalls Wilder, Inkheart by Cornelia Funk, Gardens of the Moon by Stephen Erickson, The Maze Runner by James Dashner, and Ender's Game by Orson Scott Card, just to name a few. There are absolutely a ton more books that I could otherwise name, and I'd probably be here forever. Question 5. Animal Crossing. What is a book that you bought recently because of hype? I don't buy too many books for myself anymore. And of the ones that I have bought, none of them have been because of hype. However, to go back to an earlier question, of the series I want to start, which is Arc of a Scythe by Neil Shusterman, I am planning on reading it mostly because of hype. So I suppose that can work here. Question 6. Productivity. What is a book you learned from or had an impact on you? For this one, I could really use just about any Chicken Soup for the Soul book. However, the ones that come to mind immediately as having the most connection with me are Grandparents, which I read earlier this year, and Inspiration for Writers, which I read, I believe, in about 2016, late 2016, I think. Question 7. FaceTime. What is a book that you have been gifted? I've actually been gifted quite a few books this year so far, which isn't really a thing that happens too often. A friend of my mom's gave her some Chicken Soup for the Soul books, but since my mom doesn't read them and she knows that I do, she gave me the Chicken Soup for the Soul books. There were about 10 of them or so, and I'm not going to name them all here because I might be here a while if I did. Question 8. Self-care. What is something that you have done lately to look after yourself? I have definitely gone for more walks this year than I have in previous years. The plan was originally that I was going to meet with my mom in a park and we were going to walk there. And we ended up only doing it once before deciding that this year probably isn't the best year to start doing that. But now my fiance and I go out and walk around in the area around our apartment. Question 9. Bonus. Name a book that is coming out soon. I don't generally pay attention to books that are coming out soon, so for this question, I actually went and looked up a book that will be coming out later this year. And the book I found is called This Time Next Year by Sophie Cousins, which comes out December 1st. So those are the questions and answers of the stay-at-home book tag. If you want to do it, consider yourself tagged by me, or just leave your answers in the comments. And I will see you next time. Bye bye.